Okay, it looks like I'm running the net tonight. I'm on Echolink, so hopefully y'all can all hear me fine. So good evening. It's 8 p.m. Central, time for the UT Amateur Radio Club Weekly Net, heard Wednesday nights here on the K5V repeater system, transmitting from the University of Texas at Austin, covering the greater Austin area. This is KFI's TAA. My name is Young, and I'll be a net control operator for the evening. This is a controlled net, meaning stations should refrain from transmitting until designated check-in or comment times. You can hear us on the University Link repeater system, 441.325 positive offset with PL 97.4, and the N5 OAK repeater system. You can also check in through Echolink on the Nerd K5VR, which is what I'm doing right now. There are other ways of checking into the repeater system, and you can find the details at the website k5v.com/repeaters. Please give a couple of seconds between transmissions to allow all system links to communicate with each other. Is there any emergency or priority traffic on this frequency? If so, please call Kilo India 5, Tango India Alpha now. All right, nothing heard. We won't have any scheduled breaks to check for emergency traffic during the net this evening, but we'll gladly yield the air if any station calls in with emergency or priority traffic. So is anyone available to be backup net control operator for this evening? Okay, nothing heard. Sorry. Okay. The UT Amateur Radio Club Weekly Net is a social net with the purpose of bringing local radio operators together to share knowledge, discuss club activities, and keep in touch. All hands are invited, both new and experienced, and no club membership is required. If you're new to the net, the way this works is very simple. In just a bit, we'll invite everyone listening in to check into the net. We will start with short-term check-ins for stations who just have a few minutes with us, then move on to general check-ins and comment time. Once we've got everyone checked in, I'll go down the list one at a time and give each of you the floor. You'll have the opportunity to either ask a question pertaining to the radio hobby, tell us about something you've been working on recently, or just say hello. If you missed the first round of check-ins, don't worry. We'll ask for check-ins again after we've gone through the initial list to give latecomers a chance. Let me drop out for a second. After you've responded with your question, topic, or shout-out, we'll ask for the call signs of anyone with a comment about what you said and then move down the list to the next individual. This is the UT Amateur Radio Club Weekly Net, hosted by the University of Texas Amateur Radio Club, Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. here on the K5V repeater system. If you're just joining us, be sure your tone is set to 97.4 if you wish to participate. This is KFI's TAA. My name is Young, net control operator for tonight's net. All right, let's move on to net check-ins. During check-in, please key in your mic, say this is, unkey your mic, wait a moment to hear if anyone else started speaking at the same time, and if clear, key in again and slowly and clearly state your call sign and first name. When giving your call sign, please use standard IT phonetics if you know them. This gives everyone the opportunity to learn the phonetics and makes it easier for net control to write down check-ins. We're going to ask first for short-time check-ins. Short time means stations who don't have long with us this evening. To keep things brief, we won't take general comments for the short-timers from other stations. Once the station checks in, we will acknowledge that station and ask for any remaining short-time check-ins. If you're out there and know you've got just a few minutes tonight but still want to say you've checked into the net, call now with your call sign and first name, short-time station.
KI5, ZTW, Blake, and Spicewood.
All right, I heard a Kilo India 5 Zulu Papa Whiskey. I'm not sure if I heard that correct, to Blake.
Kilo India 5, Zulu Tango Whiskey, Blake, and Spicewood.
Okay, Zulu Tango Whiskey, thank you. Welcome back to the net, glad to have you. Any other short time stations?
This is
Kilo India 5, Zulu India Echo, John, North Austin, no traffic.
All right, Kilo India 5, Zulu India Echo, John. All right, welcome back to the net. Do we have any other short time stations for us tonight? All right, I don't hear any other short timers for now. Let's move on to general check-ins. This is KFI, excuse me. It's not even been 10 minutes. Sorry. Let's just do regular check-ins now. So same thing, just say this is, I'm key, and then wait to see if you've doubled with anyone. So regular stations, please come in now.
This is Kilo India 5, Papa Zulu November, Ernesto in East Austin.
All right, hi Ernesto, welcome back to the net. Do you have any other regular check-ins?
This is
5, Echo Juliet Lima, Joe, also in East Austin.
Welcome back, Joe. Sorry, I'm bad at call signs. Could you repeat it again? I got the Echo Juliet Lima.
Kilo 5, Echo Juliet Lima.
All right, Kilo 5, Echo Juliet Lima. Thank you, Joe. Any other regular check-ins?
This is KB5MPJ, Kilo Bravo 5, Mike Papa Juliet, Jason Buda.
This is November 5, Lima X-Ray, Sky and Oak Hill.
All right, I got KB5 MPJ Jason and N5 LX Sky. Welcome back to the net. Any other regular check-ins tonight?
Kilo Golf 5, Tango Papa Hotel, this is Derek, North Austin.
All right, Kilo Golf 5, Tango Papa Hotel. Thanks for checking in, Derek. And I think I'm not sure if it's my end, but your mic level seems a bit low. It's a bit quiet. So, do we have any other regular check-ins tonight? All right, I think that's all for now. So now for some announcements from the club. Our last meeting was last week. We talked about some stuff, had elections. Elections. For next year, there's some new officers. Well, one new officer. President. I'm still the president. David, KG5 UVD, is vice president again, and a new member, Juan, he is our treasurer. I don't think he has his license yet, but hopefully soon. Let me drop out for a second. And thanks to everyone who participated in the fox hunt last weekend. It was fun. I noticed that Sky, you found it quite quickly. I think Matthew found it the fastest, but as for me, I was out for 3 hours maybe before I got whiff of it, and that was like, okay, yeah. I'm just putting the amateur in ARDF, huh? But I think that's about it for club news. I'll just start with the list then. So first we have Ernesto. So welcome back to the net. How you doing?
This is KI5PZN. Hey, Young. Thanks for running the net, and hello to everybody on the net and listening along. Yeah, it was pretty fun to see you guys on Saturday. Thanks for coming to the Oak Hill Amateur Radio Club quarterly meeting, and also for putting the Fox, you guys, for David and the UT Amateur Radio Club for putting the Fox. We had a great time with that on Saturday. It was absolutely a really fun one. Let me reset. And that location, it wasn't. I guess it's not a easy location. It was really hidden, but I guess our approach was more into getting into David's head before heading over there, so it worked out. We went to the area that we thought the Fox was going to be, and we got lucky. But that was a lot of fun. Thanks again for doing that. And let's see, doing a little bit more radio in the evenings. Now that work's kind of like leveled for me, things are kind of normal. Let's see, what else? It's funny, every time I check into the net, I kind of get, if I don't write a list of things that I want to say, I go blank. I think that's about it for now. I'll remember later on, but this is KI5PZN. Back to net control.
All right. Thanks, Ernesto. Glad you found some time to do some radio. I think all of our club members, including me, have finals either tomorrow or very soon. So we were scrambling earlier to get someone to do net control. But anyways, it was remarkable how fast you and Rusty found the Fox. It was I think David meant to play 10 minutes or something. I don't know, but it was crazy. And the problem I had was just there's so many reflections. I was hearing a fairly clear signal halfway across campus, and it just really threw me off. Are there any comments for Ernesto? If so, please call now.
And 5LX.
All right, Sky, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Ernesto and Rusty are very modest because they say, well, we just had good luck, but they seem to have good luck very consistently.
It just happens that way, man. It's just, I don't know. Rusty's got a really good Aero antenna. Plus, there are rumors that he's a wizard, so that helps too. Back to net.
Yeah, I think we need to get one of those Yagis and also a little stubby antenna for the club for future fox hunts. But are there any other comments for Ernesto? Please call now.
The comment again.
Hey, go ahead.
I was going to mention, Young, that the one thing that I noticed that you needed for the fox hunting was either to get a stubby antenna or an attenuator, because the HD that you were using had one of those long antennas, and well, that makes it a lot harder when you're getting closer to the fox. So either you could get an attenuator and plug it into the radio, or do what I do, which is put in that little stubby antenna when you get really close. You can switch to that, and that acts as an attenuator. Basically, just muffles down the signal. That was it. Back to net. KI5PZN.
All right, thanks for the tips. I'll have to try to make one of those little antennas. Seems like fairly straightforward. But I think it's time for a station ID. This is Kilo India 5, Tango India Alpha, net control for the UT Amateur Radio Club Weekly Net. Host UT Amateur Radio Club Weekly Net, hosted by the University of Texas Amateur Radio Club, Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. here on the KA5B repeater system. If you're just joining us, be sure your tone is set to 97.4 if you wish to participate. This is KA5TA. My name is Young, and I'm net control operator for tonight's net. All right, we are going to move on to K5EJL Joe. Thanks for stopping by this evening, and do you have anything for us tonight?
Well, not really. Still working with the folks at the Lhasa High School Amateur Radio Club, K5LBJ, and we have a very active group over there, and they're learning Morse code slowly, very slowly, and trying to make contacts. That's about it from here. Back to net, K5EJL.
Yeah, I think I met one or two members at the N50K meeting last week. It was quite fun and really impressive stuff you guys have been doing. They seem quite enthusiastic. It's really good. But glad to hear you're doing well. And are there any comments for Joe? Please call now. All right. Nothing heard. Also, I forgot to mention, I'm trying to keep this somewhat short tonight, so I'll probably only do like another round of check-ins after this if anyone else who hasn't checked in is listening. But moving on down the list, KB5 NPJ, Jason, welcome back, and anything you'd like to share with us?
KB5MPJ. Let's see, I haven't done too much radio in the past few days. Been over at the home of Ray, K5BCI. We've been working on a paint job on my Jeep, and so I've been over there. I took Monday and today off, and we've been working on it for like 4 days. Last night we did do a little radio. We had a coax run from the Jeep to Ray's shack where he has a 2-meter amplifier, and we were able to get on stop-side simplex while we were out in the garage. So that's been about the extent of my radio stuff. And I've been just standing on cars for like 4 days, and that's kind of what I've been doing. Except for Tuesday when I actually went to work, and then I've been taking vacation days after that. So that's what I'm up to, KB5MPJ.
All right, that sounds laborious, but hopefully the paint job works out well. Do you have any comments for Jason, KB5MPJ?
K5PZN.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Hey, Jason. Good to hear you on the net. How far are you from finishing the paint job? I'm curious, and I wonder if you've been taking pictures of the process. Back to you.
So, I took a few, and Ray took some more last night. I didn't take any today. But, I've been doing mostly detail sanding. We've got all the heavy-duty stuff done, and, of course, the detail stuff takes just as long, if not longer. So, as far as what's left on that, it's about half of one of the back doors, all the quarter panels, the tailgate, and the roof need to be detail sanded. Then we'll prime it, and then after that the primer has to be sanded, and then finally it can be sprayed. So it's still a few more days of work before it'll be done. KB5MPJ.
Right on, man. Just curious about that. Well, awesome. Thanks for sharing that information. Back to net. KF5PZN.
All right. Are there any other comments for Jason? Please call now. Okay, nothing heard. Definitely have to ask you if I do any car painting. Next on the list, N5LX. Sky, welcome back.
Thanks for running the net. This is N5LX. And it was really good to see you at the Oak Hill Club meeting. Enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed the meeting as well. I really liked the UT Club Fox Hunt. It was kind of different from the other ones I've been on. So I got a chance to kind of learn some new things. And looking forward to more hunts from the UT Club. I was going to make a real short comment about the attenuator, because those are recent. Those are essential, I think, when you get up close. You can use the RF shadow technique when you get close too, but the attenuators, I guess you could build a stepped attenuator resistors, and those work fine. But if you're interested, I have a KC9ON designed step attenuator. You can get one online, I think for about $15. It provides a 4 megahertz offset, and it works really great, I think. It doesn't come with an enclosure, so you just have to kind of throw it in your own box. But I really liked it, and still get a kick out of fox hunts. It hasn't gotten old yet, so I think that's good. Anyway, back to net. Thanks again for hosting the net, N5LX.
All right, thanks for the advice. I'll have to check that out. Sounds like a deal. And as for the fox hunts, I think there are vague plans for one this weekend, but I won't make promises too quickly. And glad you enjoyed it. I think Matthew and I both saw you walking around with your Yagi earlier in the afternoon. I thought that was fun. But do we have any comments for Sky N5LX? All right, nothing heard. But it was great seeing you at the meeting too, and hopefully I'll be able to go to some future ones. But I think it's time for a station ID. This is the UT Amateur Club. This is the UT Amateur Radio Club Weekly Net, hosted by the University of Texas Amateur Radio Club, Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. here on the KF5B repeater system. This is KF5TAA. My name is Young. I'm net control operator for tonight's net. And next on the list is KG5TPH Derek. Welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me. It was great meeting you at the talk meeting. Not too much going on in my world of radio. Got a new SDR, Caribou Light, that I've been playing with, but haven't actually gotten working yet. That's about all I've got going on. KG5TPH.
All right. Good to hear about the SDR. That's cool. I don't know if it's on my end, but I think you're still a bit quiet. So yeah. What model is that SDR?
It's a Caribou Light 6. It actually was a prototype. Their drivers are still very alpha, so I don't recommend it unless you enjoy building device trees doing a lot of compiling. But in theory, it's good from 30 megahertz up to about 60 megahertz.
Cool. I think you said 30 megahertz. Was that right? Pretty cool to get an HF SDR. I think there are some nebulous plans in the club to set one up, but with our current antenna situation, I don't know how soon that'll be happening. Anyways, do you have any comments for Derek? Please call now. All right, nothing heard. Now, I think that's the end of the list, so we'll take check-ins one more time. This is KA5TIA, net control for the UT Amateur Radio Club Weekly Net. We're now looking for regular check-ins again. After we get, please call now with your call sign and first name to check into the net with a question, a discussion topic, or just a hello. No membership is required. Any licensed operators are welcome.
This is November 5 Echo India Foxtrot. Samir in Cupertino.
Oh, welcome back, Samir. Great to see you. Are there any other check-ins for tonight?
This is Kilo India 5 Yankee Bravo Echo NIAB over in Aggieland.
All right, I heard a Kilo India 5 Yankee Bravo Echo. Now, welcome back. Great to have the A&M guys join again. Any other check-ins for tonight?
This is Kilo 5 Bravo Mike Romeo, Brandon in South Austin.
All right, Kilo 5 Bravo Mike Romeo, Brandon, welcome. Any other check-ins? Please call now. All right, so nothing heard. So I guess we'll start with Samir. But if not for you, I'd almost be outnumbered by the A&M guys. But yeah, do you have anything to share with us tonight?
KI5TIA from N5EIF. Okay, very good, Young, and thanks for hosting the net. Nice to hear everyone on. I actually just logged in about 10 minutes ago and thought I'd check in. Usually I don't get back from work and have time at this time, but today I got back around 5:45, so thought I'd log in and say hi. Not much actually going around here radio-wise. I'm just kind of getting ready for a project. I'm hoping to get the homebrewing bench up and running. So I have a Tech 475 here now and a power supply. And I ordered a bunch of transistors from DigiKey that were cheap. I got the NTE 224, which apparently is a 5-watt power output transistor, so I'm going to try building some QRP rigs with that. I've been looking for some suitable output transistors for 5-watt rigs. That one seems to fit the bill. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Probably actually I'll take some to Austin and work on that, so I'm planning to go back there for a little bit. And yeah, so not that much else, just having fun on CW when the band is open and people are willing to actually talk. And hoping y'all are doing fine over there, and hope the station will be back soon at N5XU. Back to you, Young. KI5TIA from N5EIF.
All right. Glad to hear that doing well, and good luck on your homebrewing setup. I seem to remember you said it was in your kitchen. That's quite convenient. Do we have any comments for N5EIJ, Samir? All right, nothing heard. But great to have you back on the net. And let me move on next on the list to KI5YBE, Nayab. So how are your finals going? Or are they later?
This is KI5YBE. Sorry, I got cut off by the tornado watch alert on our repeater. But other than that, AggiLand finals start next week, so it's a lot of cramming before that. Nothing much to say outside of that, just cramming for the 4 finals I have to take. I have 2 days with back-to-back 2 finals each. So it'll be a rush, but then it'll be over. KI5YB, back to net.
All right, 2 finals. 2 finals back-to-back. That sounds rough, but good luck, and hopefully, I'm sure you do well. My finals are like tomorrow and Friday, so after that I'll have to cram quite a bit. But do you have any comments for KI5YB Nayab tonight? Please call now. All right, nothing heard. But thanks for taking your time to check into our net. And next on the list is K5BMR, Brandon. What do you have for us tonight? Hopefully I got the call sign right. Kilo 5 Bravo Mike Romeo, Brandon. Do you yeah?
Hey guys, this is Kilo 5 Bravo Mike Romeo. Sorry about that. I stepped away for a second. Yeah, not really too much going on for me tonight. Just doing a little bit of work at home and trying to kind of get through a little bit more studying tonight, maybe for my general exam, if I can. I know a bunch of N5 OAK folks just passed the general at the last meeting, but I missed it, unfortunately. A little bit of FOMO on that, but hopefully I can take the test before they change all of the questions in June. That's pretty much it for me. Yeah, K5 BMR, back to the net.
All right, best of luck on your general exam. Are there any comments for K5BMR? All right, nothing heard. I'll call for check-ins one more time. First the station ID. So this is KFI-TIA, net control for the UT Amateur Radio Club Weekly Net, Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. on the KFIB-R repeater system. Excuse me, just the KFIB repeater system. Now calling one more time for regular check-ins. So please call in with your call sign and first name, preferably ITU phonetics. Yeah. All right, nothing heard. So I'll probably end it off here. Thank you, everyone, for joining the UT Amateur Radio Club Weekly Net, service of the University of Texas Amateur Radio Club, call sign N5XU. We're right here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. for the net, and we are the official amateur radio club of the University of Texas at Austin. For more information, please visit http://n5xu.org, where you can read about the club and sign up for our email list. Also, over the summer, there will still be nets, as usual, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. I think David will be able to run most of them since he is in Austin over summer. And in case he can't, other club members can pick up the slack. So, yeah, we'll be here as usual. I'm Young, call sign KFI-TIA from my QTH here in the UT campus, 7-3, and thanks again. This system is now returned to regular amateur use.
Hey, Young, thanks for running the net. Nice to hear you on the air. N5EIF, good luck with your finals and good luck everyone else in their finals. N5EIF, clear.
Good hearing from you too, Sabir, and good luck with your homebrew setup. KFI-TIA.
Kilo Golf 5 Uniform Bravo Bravo.
Oh, hi, David. How you doing? I hope you're, is it like a cold that you have? Like, you mentioned you were sick?
Thanks, Young. No, yeah, it's just like a stomach bug or something, I think. Hopefully it'll pass by tomorrow for the 316 final. No, I just wanted to say I will try and run the net over the summer as much as I can. I'm currently working with the Denton County Amateur Radio Club to get their repeater linked up to us. Apparently there's some stuff they have to do on their end. They're having some issues with their repeater network because it is quite large. So we'll see how that goes. Worst case, I can use Echolink because I'll be at home for most of May before coming back to Austin. KG5 UBB, back to you, Young.
Oh, well, yeah, hopefully you'll get better soon. Yeah, because when is the 316 final? It's like tomorrow evening, I think. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. But I didn't know you were gonna be out for me. But I mean, I can run it through Echolink, and I'm sure. Yeah, I think Sai will be here, and I'm sure he'll be able to. So yeah, we will have the net. KFI-TIA.
Oh yeah, nothing will stop the UTNet. Just like the U.S. Postal Service, it will keep going, rain, snow, or shine. Hopefully, just add finals to the list and not being in the Austin area as well. Do you know if we have any plans to do the bi-weekly meetings over Zoom? I know we did like the summer before I came to UT, and I'm not sure about this previous summer. Actually, we did not do them this previous summer, if I remember correctly. Any thoughts on this, Young?
I like the post. Well, rain or shine, except for thunderstorms, huh? But that's actually a really good point. We didn't do them last summer, but I mean that's what I feel like. I probably won't do it this summer because we could probably just discuss over Discord or something. But I think if there's something important that comes up, definitely a Zoom meeting. What do you think?
Yeah, Young, I think that's a good idea. We could just hop in the Discord every Thursday just to, catch up and whatnot. And, the net would also kind of serve as that. Maybe we could make it a separate, maybe shorter net or something. I don't know. Figure out a way to encourage, people getting on the air over the summer by any means necessary. I know a lot of people don't have HF gear or aren't licensed to operate on HF. So, having people on the air at scheduled times, I think would be good to sort of build up a social atmosphere with the radios.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think for now the net, the Wednesday net is good, but if only we could get more members to check in. I don't know how though. It's not like you can give pizza over the air.
True. I don't know, maybe for UT Club members, if you check in, you get points every time you check in. And I guess we could do 2 points if you run the net, and then at the end of each month, whoever has the most points wins something, or at the end of the year, I don't know. That'd be kind of funny, I think.
That's a good idea, actually. Some sort of competition. Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe win some coax. Who knows? Yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
If Samir is still on the air, I'm curious what you would think of a homebrew net. Yeah, I'm just curious what you think of a homebrew net. I'm kind of wanting to start that a more project and rag chew back and forth type net, mostly focused around homebrew electronics and ham radio. So yeah, I'm curious what that would, I don't know, if Samir would be interested in joining or if he thinks that's a good idea.
N5EIF.
Hey Samir, nice to hear you.
Hey David, just didn't want to step on anyone, so it's called that way. And yeah, I'd be interested. I'm kind of filling my evenings slowly with orchestra rehearsal and this net. I don't have anything at this time, but I have orchestra on Tuesdays now, and then other things are starting to fill up my evenings. But I am interested in something like that, and I think that would be cool. Maybe something less formal and less controlled, just kind of log in at this time and talk. That might be cool. Though, of course, I'd log in via Echolink, but I'm happy to chat about homebrewing. That's one of the things I like. Also, about the prizes, I do have those 2 Soft Rock receivers that I had planned to give you or give the club, so maybe those could be the prizes. Those come from, I think his call is KA8OIB, Daryl, or KA7OIB. Or WA7OIB, sorry. Yeah. But he gave me these receivers and an MSP430 microcontroller kit, and I really don't think I'll be doing anything with any of those things. So maybe if someone wants them, or if that could be a prize for someone, that might be something nice to listen in on HF. Anyway, back to y'all, N5EIF.
KG5 UBB. Yeah, that's a really neat idea. We'll see how that goes. We'll talk about it at the next meeting, I suppose. Yeah, okay, I'll see if I can start up a homebrew net. Right now, the only real projects I have up are
cleaning up some switching power supplies, and building up a VHF mobile rig with an antenna set up in my apartment outside of my window, so I need to build a pass-through. I'm wanting to also do like an RF tap, an RF sampling tap, so I can listen via SDR as well without blowing up the front end. And long in the pipeline, I really want to build a 2-meter software-defined radio, or just an SSB rig. I'm not sure about the implementation yet. Like either build up a transverter and amplifier for an existing HF rig, or just build a standalone, really small and portable 2-meter single sideband transceiver. I think that'd be interesting. Yeah, KG5 UBB, back to you, Samir.
KG5 UBB and 5EIF. Wow, that is, okay, that's quite the list of projects you have there, David. And yeah, that sounds like a cool stuff you have there. I really don't have that much stuff going on here right now. I'm trying to just get into very basic stuff again, starting with a crystal oscillator, then adding some stages after that to make a little CW transmitter, then maybe a direct conversion receiver to go with that. I'm also interested in making some audio amps, but that's not really ham related. It's just more about maybe I can make some audio amps and then use those around the apartment, and then give some to family and stuff for whoever wants it. Because I think like 2 M3055s are pretty cheap here, at least. There's a store locally that sells them for $1.25 each. So I just discovered that yesterday, that there's a store called Anchor Electronics that I can just literally walk into, unlike Mauser or DigiKey. So that's, I guess, one advantage of being in the Bay Area. But I've seen these places closing slowly. So yeah, I'm hoping to take advantage of that soon before I think the inevitable happens, because not that many people are building electronics at home. But yeah, other than that, not too much else going on. I got a 432 megahertz transverter also for that band, and I have no idea what the condition is, but it was $20. So considering you can get the enclosure itself for $20, even if it doesn't work, it might be fun to repair it. And yeah, not too much else. Just trying to get started with stuff. Back to you.
Okay, that transverter does sound like a really nice deal. They are quite expensive to get your hands on, especially once you get up past 2 meters. Well, 440 is not as bad, but especially like 1.2 gigahertz, 900 megahertz, those frequency bands are a little more expensive to get into. And I don't know. It'd be interesting to get the club into that sort of thing, but there just aren't that many operators around, and then you basically are limited to operating portable, like hill to hilltop. But who knows? Maybe someday. That's really cool though, that you managed to get a 400 megahertz transverter. Also, this is a random thought, but earlier you mentioned not wanting to double with people on Echolink. If you are on Linux still and using the QTEL Quebec Tango Echo Lima Echolink client, you can enable full duplex. Although it was a little buggy when I used it, but it is useful for knowing when someone else is coming into the repeater. And what else? It's really nice that you have a electronics store nearby. I need to try and find one here in Austin. Well, maybe not. I already have a lot of parts. N5 EIF KG5 UBB.
KG5 UBB, N5 EIF. Okay, great. Thanks for the QTEL recommendation. I'll take a look at that. I'm still running Linux here on my personal machine, so that might work. So yeah, I'll try that, I guess. I don't use Echolink that much. I just decided to run it on this machine to try and see if I could get into the net, and it seems like everything was set up already, so it worked. But usually I just log in from my phone because I can take it around and do other things while checking in. But yeah, that sounds interesting. I'll try that. And yeah, for the transverter, I actually was planning to get a 705 anyway, an IC 705, and I think that'll do 10 watts on 2 meters and 440, and it is all mode on those bands also. So yeah, I was planning to actually just use that for VHF and UHF, but it seems like it's not available until June, so I'm going to wait until then. I don't really want to order anything that's not available right now, because I'm actually planning to go to Austin in just a little bit. So actually, I don't know if y'all are going to be in town, but if y'all need any parts, or if I can drop off any of those things that y'all might be interested in, like the battery or anything, I'm definitely here on the 12th to the 3rd. Actually, yeah, no, that's not going to work. I'll be here at some point in May, but it'll probably be after everyone's gone. So yeah. Anyway, back to you. KG5UBB from N5EIF.
Okay, that's unfortunate. I will be out of town most of May. I ordered some parts to my apartment, forgetting it was almost time to move, so I will have to stay here until those arrive. But after then, I will be heading home. So we'll see how that goes. I'm curious about the 705. I thought it came out at least a year ago. Are they just out of stock? I do know the IC 905 is coming out soon, and that does, well, it's very expensive, but it does, 2 meter 440 and then a few, gigahertz bands. Oddly enough, I think it skips 900 megahertz, which is kind of disappointing. Yeah, don't seem to be many commercial 900 megahertz radios, especially. I don't think there are any ham-oriented ones being manufactured today. N5EIF from KG5UBB.
KG5UBB, N5EIF. Yeah, the 705 is, I think, from 2020, and it's really small. Someone at work had or has one and brought it for a portable event for the Work Ham Radio Club, and I was really convinced that would be really cool to have one, and that I should get one, but it's not really that new. It's just new to me, I guess, and it's basically the same interface as the 7300. So it's sort of simple to just move from the 7700 to that for portable operations. I've been really wanting to do something portable, but I guess for now I'll just take the 7300 and a portable antenna and a big battery to power it up. And as for 900 megahertz, yeah, I've never really heard of any ham oriented transceiver that does that. There is also 220 that's not that popular, but I think there are some, there's an Alinco radio that does 220 FM, I think. Yeah, not too much by way of 220 all-mode, so all-mode transceivers. We do have that 220 transverter though, and that definitely works. I did make a contact with Kyle on 220 CW, which was very interesting and very rare also. So that's that. But there's also transverters that you can buy commercially, like Q5 Signal, I think, makes some. But I haven't really investigated that because I'm not really in the best antenna situation for any of that. And also, they're kind of expensive for me at this moment. But yeah, that all sounds really interesting. We'll let the repeater drop. But yeah, I've been kind of intending to get into VHF and UHF here also, but I only have the old Kenwood rig that I was using for the UT Nets last year, and it has a really tiny power pole connector on it, and doesn't actually reach down to the floor where my power supply is, so I haven't actually gotten them there yet with that. I know it's a stupid reason, but that's pretty much the reason that I'm off the air on VHF here, but I don't have too much interest in VHF anyway, except for maybe just talking with people I already know. On the other hand, with CW, I'm just happy to drag through for an hour or two with someone I don't know, which is funny. Anyway, back to you. KG5 UBB from N5EIF.
Yes, I can definitely relate to the VHF thing. You did remind me I should really learn CW. If you don't mind sharing your antenna setup down or up in California, I would love to see it. Especially as I will be in an apartment next semester, which actually may have room for an antenna. It's on the ground floor, and it has a little balcony. So I was thinking I could possibly put a ham stick there, but I also don't want to irradiate my neighbors. So yeah, if you could share your antenna setup, that'd be great. Really interesting. As another thing that I was kind of curious about, I managed to forget. I'm a little tired. Anyways, yeah. What is your antenna setup looking like for HF? N5EIF from KG5 UBB.
KG5 UBB from N5EIF. Yeah, the antenna here is a 44-foot doublet, and it's about 20 feet up on a mast, just a mast on a tripod that's been kind of guided enough that it won't fall over or move that much. And it's not amazing, but it does get me on the air, and it tunes from 40 to 10. It's not super efficient on 40 meters, but 40 meters is such a good band anyway that it does pretty well, and I can work any stations on the West Coast basically, depending on conditions. But that's what I use for NVIS and everything up above that. And it's just really dependent on band conditions. It's not an amazing antenna, but it does work in this situation because I have power lines just about 30 feet up, and I have these annoying telephone lines that are just above this antenna, so I can't really do too much else. I've been meaning to put up 2 meter and 440 J-pole that I got from the Hamfest, I think last weekend, but I haven't done that yet. So looking forward to getting that up, and I need a bi-feed line and all that, so that I don't have yet. But that's all I have here really. It's not amazing, but I kind of got lucky because I have a big-ish backyard. The backyard is about 35 feet by 25 feet. So it's a big backyard for an antenna, for an apartment, because this is actually just a unit in a triplex sort of thing. So it's just 3 apartments stuck together, and there's nothing above me or on the side. So I don't have that much of a worry about anything except for the power lines. Anyway, back to you. And sorry to hear about the bug there that you have, and hope you get better soon. KG5 UBB from N5EIF.
Thanks, Samir. I'm really happy to hear that you have any sort of a backyard in such a densely populated area. Now, as you were talking, I was sort of thinking that I think the only real antenna I can set up in the balcony will probably be the Ed Fong sort of J-pole. Thankfully, the model I have at my parents' place covers 2 meters, 220, and 440. So that's really nice, and it's pretty stealthy. You know, just a white PVC tube. But definitely will have to try and do some portable operation. My infrared half-wave antenna is great, but the wire for the radiating element is very stiff, and it gets tangled easily. So I'm thinking for portable operation, I'll swap it for more flexible wire. Then I will use epoxy and heat shrink to weather seal the ends. And then I also have a throw rope at home with like a weight on the end, so you can sling it up into a tree and clip the antenna to the end of the rope and pull it through to get it elevated. And I think that would work pretty well. Just need to get on that and get a battery set up for the FT891 to do some portable operations here at UT. I think that'd be good for the club as well. Quick question, but what is your noise floor like with the doublet? I was thinking of building a receive-only antenna for the UT Shack, possibly a beverage antenna or something on the, not ground floor, but the, not the penthouse roof where like the roof of the shack, but the roof the shack sits on, and just have it sort of go around the perimeter or something. Because the noise floor is, S7 or so, and that's not ideal. N5 EIF KG5 UBB.